And back to the action. Well, I said I was going to set up a special door at this location. As you can see behind me, I've reconfigured things just slightly. Basically, what I've done is I've brought the wall out one block, and the only reason why is because when I went to start trying to doing this, I found myself a little constrained, so I thought, well, if I come out one block, that will resolve things for me. So let's take a look at it. And I've shrunk the GUI down to minimal size just so it doesn't block the display. Now basically what I want to do is get rid of this door to start with. Now I've hollowed this all out. I've laid marker blocks out of cobblestone here, there, and everywhere just to help me do this as fast as possible while I'm doing it and trying to explain it. So, I need sticky pistons and some stone. Here we are. Okay, so we lay down a couple, or actually 4 sticky pistons here, a couple more here, and then the stone. Then in behind here, I need cobblestone. So, I'll lay down some cobblestone. And here I need a couple of repeaters. I won't be needing any stone for a while now, so I'll get rid of that. So here I need repeaters to power those sticky pistons. This line of sticky pistons. And positioning them like this will power all 4 of them. So then from there I'm going to need redstone. And I'll admit, when I started playing this game, redstone scared the hoo-ha out of me. Oops, almost forgot. I'm going to need cobblestone here, or the redstone won't attach to those repeaters. Okay, so I run my line of redstone down here because I need to come across to the other side. Need more. Cross to the other side, and here to point there. And the reason why is because once these pistons here extend, then that line of redstone hitting this block powers this block, which will then power these 2 pistons to extend them. And do I have a lever here somewhere? Yeah, I do. So I should be able to demonstrate that. So when I hit the lever, that makes all the pistons extend. Well, you can't see these 2 because everything's in the way, but take my word for it, they extended. And I know I ran into a situation a while back that made me have to extend this with a repeater here. So I'll put a repeater there because I'll need to extend it. Okay, now in order to power that door, I need triggers of some sort, and I have a plan. The way this is going to work is when I walk in here, I'll go to the chest, pick up a redstone torch, and then run over here, and precisely this point inside of this glass wall, I'll lay down this redstone torch, and that's going to open the door for me. How, you might ask? I'll show you. Okay, so this is actually going to this project combines 4 pieces of what I would consider to be complex redstone. The first thing is just the door itself. That's kind of the simplest part of the complex redstone. The fact that I need a delay on these 4 pistons here, just so when I apply power, well, it doesn't matter that they get delayed when I apply power, it's when I remove the power. When I remove the power, I want these 2 pistons to retract first, and then these 4. So because these are on a delay, they'll retract after these ones do. Okay? Now, in order for this thing with the torch to work, I need what they call a bud switch. And bud stands for block update detector, and this is how it gets built. I looked at a number of different designs, and this was the simplest design that was the most compact, and that's why I'm using it. So you can see I lay down a sticky piston, a glass block, and then a sand block. Then up here, along there, let's get me able to go up. Now I could do this without flying, it's just faster that I do it with flying. So down here, right at this point, I need a torch. And then at this point, I need a repeater. And that's all there is to that bud switch. So that piston this is one layer. There's just one block thickness between here and the outside world. So this grass block, or the soil block, simulates that. So watch what happens when I lay down the torch. See how that jumps up and down? Neat, eh? Well, what that does is gives me the ability to create a switch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay a torch here. And it seems to me I didn't need a repeater. So I'm going to lay a piece of redstone. Yeah, so the redstone runs there. Then I'm going to have another block right here. Oh no, not there. Not there. No. I need it here. Oops. Right here. That way, when this sand block comes up, it'll complete a circuit and allow this repeater to pull the redstone current through that sand block and on. Okay? So from there, I'm going to extend this. I'll put one more block here, and I need to stair step down twice. Okay. Okay, and I lay redstone on that. Lots of redstone in this. Now, I'll admit, when I started with Minecraft, I was a little bit afraid of redstone, but not anymore. I've been playing Minecraft for almost a year now, so I'm not nearly as afraid of the redstone. Okay, so that's the first major component, is that thing that's referred to as a bud switch. That leads down to this thing that we learned about during the last door construction, which was called a T flip-flop. So I'm going to create that here. So we put two pistons opposing each other. I've got a wood block that I'm going to lay between them. And then I lay a couple cobblestone blocks on top of that. And I put a torch here. And a torch there. And then we put redstone between them. And in order to... So, that way, whenever I lay a torch down here, it makes this flip. Once I remove the power, not when I put the power in. See now, it just pushed the block over. So I'll put the torch down again, and I remove it, and it pushes the block back. Okay, so that's useful to me. So I'm going to lay down a torch there, and I'm going to need some redstone current again coming off of that. And that's going to come down, and here we're going to have another new device. This is something I learned about watching Etho videos a while back, and what I'm constructing here is referred to as an RS NOR latch. So it's kind of this reversed L shape with a torch here and a torch there. And then I get, oops, is that right? No, I did it wrong. Okay, start again. Okay, it goes the other way. There, pointing this way. So once again, I get torch here, torch there. There's redstone normally goes to, see, normally you wouldn't have this. You just put a dot of redstone there and a couple dots of redstone up here. And what this does is it will maintain an on or off switch. And you just notice the server lag there. Okay, so we got the bud switch leading down to the T flip-flop, which then leads to the RS NOR latch. So from here, now the whole trick of this is I need to have power on so the door is normally closed. So in order to do that, I will apply a torch right here. See, and now that's got the door closed. See, all closed. So here's how this RS NOR latch is going to work for me. The power runs down here, hits the NOR latch, and that turns on the bottom part of this. In order to turn this off, I have to run current around this circuit, the circle, back up to this top block here. So as soon as current hits that top block, it switches off. So here's how we do it. I've got a repeater, and I'm going to set all these repeaters to maximum delay to give myself the maximum of possible time. And I think I worked this out, that this, with all these repeaters going in here, I'm going to end up with about a 10-second delay. So when I flip this on, the door will stay open for 10 seconds before the current finishes running through this loop in order to shut it off. Is that right? I think so, yeah. Is that? This took a little trial and error to figure out exactly how far to run this in order to get optimal amount of timing out of it. Okay, so the current will run down, hit that, and come around and start running down through this loop. So right now you can see the door is open. And it runs down around through the loop, finally hits the end, which closes the door. And then the current drains out of the loop. So now the door is closed again. Okay, now the only issue with this is there's no way to open the door from the inside, and that's why I've got something weird going on over here. So I'm going to put a pressure plate right here, and I'm going to go down and run redstone underneath that. So that comes to the same circuit. So the current, you hit the pressure plate, it puts a current into the stone here, and that runs up this way and hits the beginning of this latch to turn it on. So that'll keep power going, and then the power will run down through the loop till it gets to the end here, and then it'll turn power off at this point. So there won't be any more power. So I don't think I got enough viewing space from up there to see it, but you can see the door in action. The door opens. You can see the power there, and even though I step off the plate, there's still power till it gets to the end, and that turns it off, and then the power starts to drain back out again. Whew! Yeehaw! So here's the real test. Is the power all drained over there? Yep. The only thing is that while the power is draining, this whole circuit doesn't work. So there, door opens, out I go. I got 10 seconds to get out the door, and then it automatically closes on me. There we are. A blank wall that doesn't look, and I've, sort of put random stone along here somewhat to try and hide it. So now I should be able to just lay down this torch, pick it back up again, and then run down here. I get 10 seconds to run down this way. Before this finishes its, you can see we got server lag. Before this finishes running its timer, and then closes the door. cool, huh? Now, it seemed to me the server lag caused me to lose my torch, so let's run back and see about getting it. Oh no, I didn't lose it. Okay, so I just have one torch left. I thought I had more on me, but oh well. There, 10 seconds to get back. Well, that was fast 10 seconds that time. Now, remember a while back, I made these little lava lights, and I said that I was going to set them up so that they would act as locks. Boy, is that ever a thunder crash and storm or what? Now, I don't know if this is absolutely necessary, but I'm going to put it in here just as for safety's sake anyway. So, we'll get our lever. Pop it in there, and put some redstone down. And now when we flip on the lever, that powers the circuit, and no matter how much I step on this plate, it won't be able to turn this circuit off. So even though I stepped on the plate, and that powered this whole thing up, this server lag's giving me a problem here again. Yeah, see, that's going to drain out, and the door never opened and closed in the process. Right? So, as long as that's in the up position, the door works. And then when it's in the down position, the door won't work. I'll do that one more time. Wait. Is it just me, or has Minecraft thunderstorms been getting worse lately? Boy. Boom, boom, boom. So we can power that up, and even if we come over here, and it powers that circuit, there's no way for the door to open and close. Yay. Whew. Okay, so that's all done. Now that I've got that all done, I can now get my stone and fill this all in so that we don't know what's there anymore. Out of sight, out of mind. Don't need to see it no more. So I hope that explained this clearly enough to understand. First time I saw this, it confused the heck out of me, but now that I've fiddled with it a bit, it makes sense to me. It does combine 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of complex redstone circuitry. I did have to think about it for a while, but it's all done now, and it's a good thing. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope it was informative for you. And next time round, I think I'm going to get to doing some underground farming. So until next time, Neofizz signing out.